What's up, you guys? My name is Alexandra Ray, and this is No Notes Media, and today we're talking to ZP Ratik. I saw you did a concert on Saturday. How was it?
Solid, just an event with the Black Rock City All-Stars. They're like an OG legend group in the Reno hip-hop scene, and first show in years that I've gotten to do with them. Since I was like in high school, I've always kind of like looked up to them, so it was cool getting to like be on a show with them now, especially.
You opened for a lot of people. I did see that you opened for E40 one time.
Yeah, a couple times.
Couple times? Okay, tell me about it.
So the last two times were at the GSR, so that was really exciting. It was March of 2025 was E40 and Snow the Product, and then this year I got to open for Tech 9 and E40, and I'm a huge Tech 9 fan, so that was like definitely like a cool event to be a part of for
Tech
sure.
Tech 9 is so cool. I mean, what were they like?
Tech was really chill. Like it was, it's always kind of surreal because you don't you have an expectation when you go to meet people, and then you're like, are they gonna even know that I'm the artist or the opener? So I just kind of go in just being like, hey, I'm a fan that also gets to open the show, and that's it.
I think it's a great way to go about it.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be like, oh, Tech's gonna sign me now or something, or come have it with some like weird expectations anytime I do a show like that.
You're opening for people that you look up to. What does that feel like?
Pretty insane, honestly. Like Tech being somebody who I used to like learn how to rap listening to his music.
Okay.
So he was always kind of like somebody on the bucket list, but I figured he was just too big to ever have an opener on his shows when he comes to Reno, especially because they always do such a good numbers basically. So it was just kind of surreal. And then when I got booked on that one, just a couple days before I got it, I found out that the promoters were going to put me on with Tech and Chico too. So I kind of got to double whammy. And
you almost got to tour.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little mini tour.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take whatever I can do,
So when you go off and you're around all these people and, these are your idols. These are people that you've always looked up to. Have they ever said something to you, given you some advice, words of wisdom?
Yeah, so every time I do an opening show, you either are going to be part of a company that's not letting you meet them, or it's going to be a little bit more chill and you can meet them. On the times where I got to meet a lot of them, every single time for the most part was really chill getting to meet them. There's only been a handful of times where it was like a don't meet your hero situation, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what the industry's like. But for the most part, it's always really cool. I just, like I say, I have no expectations. I'm just a fan getting to do something kind of cool.
And speaking of the industry, what's it like for you?
I try to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, it's like if I'm having to move tickets, things like that, I want to work with the companies that I know look out for me. And I've been doing opening shows for, 10 plus years now since I was in high school. And as I've grown, I've learned what habits to look out for in someone trying to book you versus somebody who's looking out for you. And it's just trying to navigate it is insane.
You are a true Reno local artist. I mean, you've just said it. You've been opening for 10 years for various amounts of people, and maybe even yourself. People probably open for you once in a while.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So you're kind of like a recognized name. People do know you. So how does that feel?
It's really cool. The way I look at it is I've always looked at my music stuff as not something that I'm I just want to get the music out there. And if that gives me opportunities or recognition, that's just a plus.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just cool because to me, music is just a hobby. And so if this hobby can get me to meet some people that I like or artists that I listen to, great.
Do you think that your rap style is two rappers mixed in one? Who would it be?
I mean, it'd probably be easy to say an Eminem with maybe a J. Cole or a Eminem with a Kendrick or any of those three probably mixed in is probably how I would describe myself.
I just saw your last video on your Instagram about you being something about a white t-shirt and being like Eminem. Yeah. So I think that's actually connecting the dots there maybe.
Yeah, that beat in particular, as soon as I heard it, I was like, this is a classic Eminem beat. So the
totally
first line that I wanted was, this beat makes me feel like Eminem in a white tee. This beat made me feel like Eminem in a white tee. Prime Eminem era. So I was just like, all right, that's what I want to embody on this. And
that was definitely the vibe it was giving off.
Sick.
You do music videos in your home?
Yeah. So before I got into music, I wanted to be a film director. And so I was really into cameras and trying to just film things in general. Back in the day, I used to film a lot with just my brother holding the camera, and then I would just edit them myself. And again, it was just cool because I loved trying to get to me, the only person I was competing with was myself. So I always wanted the sound to just get as close to studio as I could. I wanted the videos to get as close to studio as I can. And that really is just the only thing I ever competed with, basically.
Yeah, and then your name. Let's talk about where that comes from. Part of the production you're talking about is a little connected to that.
Yeah, so when I first started out, anything creative-wise, it was just taking Godzilla music video clips or just clips from Godzilla movies and mixing them with my favorite songs and stuff like that. Super dorky,
Wait,
but
that's
it was
a great
my
way
thing.
to get into it, though.
Yeah, it was just like, because that's how I learned how to edit music
Yeah.
videos, you know, and sync with the music. And I called it Zilla
The
Productions.
lore.
Yeah, and so it was basically, I started just doing that. And then from there, I made ZP Films when I wanted to be a movie director and I wanted to keep that ZP moniker. And then when I got into music, I went by Zippy, but it was just because I was joking around. I wasn't actually taking it serious. But when I realized I was like, oh, I might actually be kind of good at this, I was like, okay, I need a name that fits my style. So I took the word erratic and mixed it with the ZP. So you have ZP Ratik.
Yeah, I like the name. I think it's very unique.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
No, it's
appreciate
cool.
it.
Yeah. And then what is one thing that you're looking forward to in your career right now?
I have a new album that I'm just finishing up. Like I spent my lunch break.
Did you launch
today.
it yet or no?
Not yet.
It's coming.
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay.
So like on my lunch today, I finished up the last song. I'm just super excited. I got a couple features on there, or more industry artists that are kind of artists that I used to listen to when I was a kid. So really excited to have this project right now.
So tell me, when you're rapping and you're on stage and you know this is like your local scene, do you get like nervous because you know people?
I used to. I used to get like, it's actually kind of funny. The smaller the show, the more nervous I get. The bigger the show, the easier it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you don't want to see the faces, right? You don't want to see the people that you're.
And that was actually how I kind of learned to get better at performing too. Was when I would do the smaller shows, I would like have to like.
You have to look at people.
I would force myself to make eye contact because otherwise, like if I didn't like at least be able to pick out a couple things that attributes of somebody in the crowd, then I wasn't like.
Do you ever feel like you're rapping at people? Yeah.
It's weird because like
not in a bad way, but you know.
When I perform and I'm doing the lyrics, it's almost autopilot, so I'm not even like kind of conscious of what I'm saying on stage. I'm just running through the motions and thinking of other things the entire time. So like halfway through, I'll be like rapping something super intense, and like I'll be like looking at somebody, and I'll be like,
I should look away.
Yeah. Like I realize like I'm coming at you really strong right now, and you don't deserve that.
You're like, what did he do to me?
They're like, I'm just a fan.
Like I'm just here.
It's always like being conscious of like.
That reminds me of Mean Girls when it's like, who's been victimized by Regina George, and everyone raises their hands. I was thinking about that the other day, like rappers, like when they're talking or rapping to their fans, I'm like, I wonder how they feel about that, you know? So that was some good insight, I think.
Yeah, the weird one is like sometimes you can tell that. So I'll see fans and I'll know that they know the lyrics, but then there's other times you'll see somebody in there that doesn't know the lyrics, and they're just. And that's messing me up because because I'm watching them like try to lip it, and I'm like, you don't got it. Hang on, like let me find somebody else who does. So as soon as somebody's like trying to lip it, if like I know they don't got it, I can't like focus on them too much because I'm like I'm gonna be focused on that more than the song.
Gosh, what's one of the craziest things that's ever happened to you, like on stage or
any stage dive was always crazy.
Wait, you diving off stage?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, when I first started
trusting
doing like
people like that.
That was the issue. Like there was one time I do remember specifically, I was in San Jose. I was opening for another product, and I stage dove, and people like they had my legs, and the people who had my legs dropped my legs, and I accidentally kicked this lady in the head, and I felt so bad about it that I never stage dove after that.
Oh my gosh, no! So one and done after that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing it then. I'm so sorry. Like,
that would just give me anxiety. I don't want to jump into a crowd and trust them to hold me.
I've had times where I went right through.
No.
Yeah, like there was one time this one kid literally just, I think I was opening for Bad Baby, and this kid, he was kind of a bigger, he caught me, and like if he didn't catch me, I was gonna die.
Every single time that I've ever seen an artist stage dive in person, on YouTube, whatever it is, I've seen them say, okay, don't drop me. Okay, I'm trusting you. Okay, don't drop him. Usually those ones are okay because, they're giving him a warning.
Yeah, they give him a little setup. No, that was the one thing I learned that if I ever do it, it's like, hey guys, I might go so crazy on this song, I stage dive, wink, wink.
And catch me, LOL.
And then I, give it at least a good 30 seconds. If they don't get those hands up, I'm not going. But now I don't do it. I don't want to risk anybody getting hurt.
With your upcoming songs, do you have a favorite?
So this project is, I've had friends call it like my magnum opus. I think it's a really good project, but I hope that it's not the best I can do, but I'm really proud of it. My favorite songs on them are Let 'Em Know. That's going to be the first single off the project.
Okay.
It features an artist that I used to listen to when I was a kid, and he taught me how to rap. And so it's really cool that he's on this project with me. But there's also the last song of the project, probably one of the most important songs I've ever made. And I'm really excited for that one to be out in particular.
People who want to get into maybe the game, or people who have followed you for a long time, do you want to say anything to the people who know you, who have seen you through your journey?
I appreciate you sticking along and watching and caring, honestly. Like, this is all about just music and expression, and anybody who's been there from the jump or who is just supporting, you know, in silence, like, it is all appreciated.
I mean, especially for like a local artist, the fan base is like really important.
Yeah, 100%. Like, whether it's one person who comes out to a show or 100 people that come out to the show, if there are people that are there to see you, that is a win every time.
Especially because, you know, that number is only going to grow, especially if you got to harbor your fan base, you know, you got to like grow that.
Exactly. Like, I want to shout out my guy Stuart. He's somebody who has been to every ZP Ratik show.
Okay.
And I was going to shout him out of my show on Saturday. It was his last show because he's moving out of town. And so I was going to shout him out there, but I'm going to shout him out here. Appreciate you, Stuart, for always coming to my shows.
I know you said it was started out to be kind of like a silly little thing that you did, but, you know, what made you want to get serious about it?
So it was just always kind of goofing around. Like, when I first started writing music, I was trying to go the shock value Eminem Some Shady style. Like, I was really just like, what can be the most ridiculous or horrible thing I can say to just like be funny, you know?
Shock factors.
Yeah. And then when all of a sudden I started writing more personal stuff about like things I was going through, and when I started doing that, then I was like, okay, hang on. Like, I don't want to be goofy. I want to do this more. I want to be more existential.
Thus the name change. Thus the more seriousness.
Exactly.
Is there anything that you want to tell people who are maybe excited for the album, or maybe who want to see you at your next show? When is your next show?
I never know when they're gonna come.
Okay.
They just kind of pop up. I'm hoping that when I release this album's gonna come out in September, and then I want to give it a couple months for the album to sit, and then I'll probably do something beginning of November.
Is there something that you want to tell us that maybe you haven't said before?
It's all on the album.
You want to get into the mind of ZP Ratik is on his album.
Yeah. I will say, so my new album is called Where I'm At, and it is, in my opinion, probably the most personal project I've ever done. It not only has some of the hardest songs I've ever made, but some of the most unique sounding songs I have.
And do you think that you're going to stay in the game?
Yeah. So what's funny is I made this album like it was going to be my last album, and I wasn't going to do anything after it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when I did that and decided that that's how I was going to approach it, I got done with it, and got close to being done with it, and was like, okay, actually I need to go really hard on promotion with this. And so like, I've been out 2 days, 8 hours plus shooting content with my group, and then my friend Bazzi, get the right amount of content, because personally I want this album heard really bad. Like, it's one thing to be like, all right, I want my songs heard and I want people to hear it, but I'm actually like really digging my heels in with this one.
Have you been on tour before?
I've only done like little small tours, so like if it's like a 3 to 4 dates sometimes. Like I did a handful of shows in California with Another Product, a handful of dates with Afro Man. Like I said, I got to go do
your mini tours.
Yeah, the little mini tours, but I would love it as my goal. Out of everything on my checklist right now, it's like signed to a label that's going to give me creative control and go on tour. Oh, it's a goal on the list,
I like the goals,
like it's manifesting a little bit.
Oh,
but those are the two things that, as far as like this career, I want to go on tour, and I want to be able to market the way I want to market.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's it, you guys, and you heard it here first. This is ZP Ratik, and we're excited for his new album, so we'll see you then.